Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back. I'm excited to see you today in our math lesson for today. Today we're going to do a couple of I can statements. I can solve problems relating to perimeter and area, and I can use concrete models to develop the formula for a cube, which is volume equals length times width times height. Some of our vocabulary that we've already talked about, but we'll review, is perimeter. Perimeters, when we add up all the sides, the length plus the width plus the width. The area is how much space, how much surface is taken up. We're going to multiply the length times the width to find the area. And then something new today, we're going to talk about volume, which is length times width, which is the surface, times the height. So how much space there is, or how high something is. The height is the height. Base area is a new term, and it's basically area, but it's the base of our volume formula. So the length times the width is also the base area. We will talk more about that in a little bit. Okay, so I want to come up over here and let's review perimeter. When we're finding perimeter, we're adding up all the sides. So we're going to add them all up, and that's going to give us the perimeter, the space, the length around something. So I have a ribbon here that has been cut to show you that this is the length or the perimeter of this space. This is the length. And one way that we find the length is we add up the sides. So this side is 4, this side is 3, plus this side is 4, plus this side is 3. 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. And Alexis, tell me what 4 plus 3 is. That's correct, 7. Levi, 7 plus 4. 11, correct. Jaden, 11 plus 3 is 14. That is correct. So the perimeter is 14. The length around my shape is 14. Okay, so now we're going to look at my Lego shape here. And my Lego shape is also, we're finding the length of this Lego shape. If I take this ribbon and wrap it around, shows me what the outside perimeter is. This is the length of this Lego shape. So you've told me that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, that width. This length is 5. And this width is 4. So now, Matthew, what is 5 plus 4? 9, that's correct. And Blaze, what's 9 plus 5? 14, that is correct. And 14 plus 8, Adeline, 14 plus 8. 18, that is correct. Good job. So the length, if I were to take, boys and girls, 18 of these Legos and line them up, the total would be 18. I don't have 18 to show you, but you'll have to just believe me that this is the length or the perimeter around the outside. The next one I have is my friend Spot here, and I want to build a corral for my friend Spot. I need to know how much fencing I need to go purchase to get the perimeter or the length of how much fencing I need. So let's see what the length of this side is. And the length of this side is 4. And the length of this side will also be 4. You will need to trust me that this is also 4 and this is also 4. I am out of blocks. My grandchildren have taken off with them. So we're going to add up 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. So 4 plus 4, Garen, that's right, 8. And 8 plus 4, Jaden, 8 plus 4 is 12, very good. And 12 plus 4, Levi, is 16. Very good. So the perimeter, or the length, is 18 of my blocks. It's pretty big. If I had 18 blocks, I could line them all up, and it would be the same as this ribbon, the length. That's what perimeter is. When we talk about perimeter, we're talking about the length, how long something is. Now I'd like for us to change and talk about the area. And the area is going to be the surface. The surface is something. How much do I need to fill in the whole surface of an object? Oops, that's awfully noisy. Quieter. So this is the surface of this shape right here, this surface. This is the surface, or the area, of this space. And if I fill this one in, this is the surface, or the area, of this shape right here. So our formula, remember, is the length times the width. So you told me earlier that this was 4. Lost my 4. There it is. 4. The length was 4. And you told me that the width was 3. So now we're not adding, we're multiplying. Sarah, what is 4 times 3? 12. That is correct. So 12 cubes is the surface of this shape. How much surface is, how much surface it takes up. And now let's do this one. You told me that this was 5 and this was 4. Can you tell me what it is? Length times the width, Sarah. That's right, 20. 20 Lego cubes. That is correct. And over here, remember you told me that this was 4. You told me this was 4. So now we're going to multiply 4 times 4. Jaden, what is 4 times 4? 16, that is correct. So this is 16 of these blocks. That would be the area, or the surface. I think I even can show you that one. Yes, I can. This is 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. The surface of this shape. Now, boys and girls, this has kind of been a review that we talked about for area and perimeter. Now we're going to talk about something new, and that is volume. And volume is how much space something takes up. How much space something takes up. So you've already told me that this space is 12. Let me get a marker. This surface is 12. This is the base area, is 12. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to add some height to that. So 12, and I'm going to have now 1, 2, 3 heights. 3 cubes high. So we said that this was 12. So 12 is our base area, which was our length times width, times 3. 12 times 3, Cohen. That's correct, 36. Very good. Now let's look at this one. You told me this base area, 5 times 4 is 20. And now I'm going to add some height to that. How many heights do I have now, Alexis? That's right, 2. So you told me 5 times 4 is 20 times 2. What is 20 times 2, Jaden? Correct, 40. So the volume of this shape would be 40. The space that it takes up is 40 Lego blocks. Okay? I want to move over to what we can do with a box. And what I did is I took my ruler and I went ahead and measured for you the length, which is 12, and the width. Elisha, what is my width? That's correct, 10. And what is the height, Sarah? 3. That's correct. So let's do the math to find the volume, how much space this box contains. So we say volume equals length times width times height. So we said the length, Elijah, that's correct, 12, times the width, Sarah, 10. Alexis, the height we said was 3. So if we want to find our base area, we can do length times width first. So 12 times 10, Ariana, that's correct, 120. And now we're going to multiply that times our height, which is 3. Braylon, 120 times 3. We can write it out if our brains can't remember in our heads. 0 times 3, Garen, 0. 3 times 2, Levi, 6. And Levi, 3 times 1, 3. So the volume of my box is 360, we call that square inches. 360, I'm sorry, cubic inches. That's correct, cubic inches. Cubic inches, that's correct. Okay, so now I want to do an I do, we do, and then I'm going to let you do the you do's. So our I do, what I'm going to do is walk through this math problem for you. If I was building a sturdy wall, I would need to know how many cinder blocks I need in all. So I would need to know the formula for volume, Braylon. Length times width times height. So what is my length, Gwyneth? 5. What is my width, Matthew? Good, 2. And Blaze, my height is 9. So if I want to find my base area, I would multiply 5 times 2, and I would get what, Micah? Good, 10. And now I'm going to multiply it times the height. 10 times 9 is 90. Very good. So I would need 90 cinder blocks. Now, let's do another one together. This one's a little bit different. This is a new wall. The length is 8, the width is 3 cinder blocks, and the height is 10 cinder blocks. So our formula is Elijah, length times width times height. Very good. So our length is, Matthew, 8. Good. Our width, Garrett, is 3. And our height, Sarah, is 10. So now we're going to multiply 8 times 3, Brianna. 8 times 3 is 24. And our height is 10. So 24 times 10. How many blocks in all? Cohen, 24 times 10. That's correct. 240 blocks altogether. Very good, boys and girls. Now I would like for you to get your math books out, and I need you to turn to page, I believe it's 257. 357, I'm sorry, 357. Give me a thumbs up when you're all there. Good job. All right, so we're going to do this first problem over here on Share and Show on page 357. The wording says the length of the rectangular prism is, so what is the length for number 1? Number 1, remember we're looking for the volume, length times width times height. So what is our length, Levi? Our length is 5 times our width is 4, and our height is, Sarah, 6. Very good. So the width, we've determined all of this. So now let's find the volume of this shape. So we're going to find the base area, 5 times 4 times 6. 5 times 4, Micah, 20. Very good. And 20 times 6, Josephina, 20 times 6, 120. Very good. The volume is 120. Very good. Okay? Okay, I would like for the rest of you to do numbers 2 and 3 by yourselves and give me a thumbs up when you have them finished. great. Let's go on. Number 2, let's see, Luther, I bet you have the answer. Our volume is length times width times height. Volume, length times width times height. The length is 3. Yes, Luther, and the width is 2. And Luther, how high is it? 3. Can you give me the answer? Luther, 6 times 3. Great, 18. The volume of this shape is 18. Very good. All right, and the next one, I would like for Gage to help me with this one. This is number 3. Volume equals length times the width times the height. And why am I using a dot instead of a multiplication sign, Ariana? That's correct, because that also means to multiply. That is correct. So the length, Elisha, the length is 6. Elisha, the width is 2, and the height is 1. So our base area is 6 times 2, Micah, 12, and 12 times 1, Adeline, correct, 12. So the volume of that second shape is just 12. Very good. Turn the page, and I want us to do just a few more together before I turn you loose. Let's do on page 358, number 7. Sandra orders a box of cube-shaped beads. The beads are neatly stacked in layers with the same number of beads in each layer. Each layer is 12 beads across, 7 beads wide, and there's 4 layers. So this is our formula for volume. So we're going to get the base first, the base area, 12 times 7, and Josephina, 12 times 7. Good, 84, and 84 times 4. I'm going to work it out over here on the side for those of us that need some help. Levi, 4 times 4, 16, very good. 8 times 4, Garen, 32 plus 1, 33. So how many beads did she get all together? 336, and that would be your answer B. Very good. Let's quickly go to number 8. And number 8 asks us, which equation can you use to find the number of cubes in this rectangular prism? What is the equation for volume, Blaze? That's right, length times width times height. Good job, Blaze. So, how many cubes are in the length? Mason, 11, good. And how many, Jaden, are in the width? 6, very good. No, I'm sorry, 8. I looked at the wrong problem. And the height, how high is it, Sarah? That's right, 5. Very good. So if you found the problem that says volume equals 11 times 8 times 5, you would have the right answer. Braylon, what's the right answer? That's right, B. Very good. Very good. All right, number 9 will be our last problem before I set you free. So problem number 9, and I love this one because it's multi-step. What does multi-step mean, Elijah? That's right, we have more than one thing to do to get the answer. So it says, how many cubic units of material were used to make the 2 rectangular prisms? So, Luther, what does that mean? We're going to have to add, that's right. We're going to find the volume for both and add them together. So let's do the first one. Volume equals length times width times height. What is the length? Josephina, good, 8. And the width, Sarah, 6. And the height is Alexis, 3. Very good. So we need to solve 8 times 6 times 3. Okay, let's do that. 8 times 6 is, Braylon, 48. Good. Times 3. So I'm going to solve that over here while you work it at your desk. And Adeline, 8 times 3, 24. Adeline, 3 times 4, 12 plus 2, 144. So the volume of our first one is 144. Are we finished? No, we're not, because now we need to find the volume of our second prism. Length times width times height. So what is the length of the second one, Micah? The length is 6, very good. And the width, Blaze, is 5. And the height, Levi, good, 2. So now we need to find length times width times height. 6 times 5 is, Braylon, 30, very good. And 30 times 2, Zavon, 60, very good. So the volume of the second one is 60. Are we finished? Nope. What do we have to do, Brianna? That's right, we're gonna add the volume of both together. So 144 plus 60. 4 plus 0, Kylie, is 4, good. 4 plus 6, Kylie, 10. Carry your 1, and 1 plus 1, Kylie, 2. So our answer is 204 cubic units. Very good. All right, so now what I'd like you to do is, in your textbook, I'd like you to circle number 10 on page 358. I'd like you to circle all of 359, so just circle your page number 359 and 360. Come back and see me as soon as you get these finished. If you have any questions, I'll be right here. Thank you.